Good morning and welcome back to Keep Moving with the Senior Center. I'm Amy Beck, the Director of Senior Services in Hopkinton. And while many of you know that the doors to the Senior Center are closed still, although we're starting to figure out how to ramp up and open those up, we are still here for you. And we have a lot of programs that you can still access virtually. And that means either by looking at a screen or even by listening on the phone. So don't neglect that part. We can certainly get you hooked up in that way. But we want to let you know that we are still here for you. If you need any assistance, or if you have any questions, or want to figure out how to get into our programs, you get our newsletter monthly that gives you an idea of what we have to offer. And so feel free to give us a call. Our number is 508-497-9730. And we are here to help you. And we are here to talk if there's anything that you need or want to ask about. So this morning we've got a great show lined up, but I have a quick visitor from someone you all know and love. Lisa, good morning.
Good morning.
So Lisa, I know that we've got a lot of things happening this week as always, and I know we have something special even coming up this afternoon. Do you want to give us a highlight?
Yeah, we have a virtual indoor garden growing program. Kate Donovan of Blackstone Valley Veggies and Gardens will be putting on a program showing how to grow hydroponically or with LED lights, and to maybe get our vegetable garden started for the spring and summer. So I am looking forward to that because I don't have the greenest of thumbs. So hoping to get some tips from her as well this afternoon.
Well, I think mine would be greener if I'd remember to water them. My biggest problem. So, but also Lisa has started her walking program again with the weather.
Yes.
And the trails being safe.
Yes, we started last week. It was still cold, but the sidewalks were safe and not slippery, so we felt comfortable. The center trail was still a little icy, but we did a walk through the cemetery and then around some of the streets through town. So it was still just good to get out and talk with people and get some fresh air, and hoping that next Monday will be the same. So it's Monday mornings from 9 to 10.
So this is my big question of the week. What is the thing you look forward to most in the spring?
Oh, no pressure there, Amy.
Well, I'll just give you mine. And I have to say, I hear it in the morning. It's the birds singing.
The birds.
When I hear the birds singing. And I took a step outside the office door the other day, and they were calling to each other. And I'm like, okay, this is spring. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yes. So that reminds me, feeding the birds right outside the window. I do much better with the birds than I do with the plants. So I remember to feed them.
Yeah, that's very true. I actually looked at one in my house today and I said, oops, I got to get some water in that guy.
I think my favorite thing, I did think of it now that this weekend we are springing ahead. I enjoy it being lighter later at the end of the day. I don't feel like I need to put my pajamas on at 5 o'clock. So that I do enjoy.
So you're going to make it to 6 now?
Yes, I will. At least 6.
I know there is something to be said for the light being, it being lighter longer, and just being able to get out. I think, I did great in January because I walked every day. February, not so good.
Not so good.
And now we're back into March, and of course the trails are full of mud, but we got to get back out there. So
yes, absolutely.
So join Lisa on Mondays. Call ahead because we do have a limit to how many people can go with the group. So please make sure you sign up. And if you are interested in the growing program, give us a call. We'll get you into an email so that you can connect that way. And we do have all our regular programming. Like I said, make sure you do check out the newsletter. This is March. And we have our regulars, but we also have some specials, and we have another one coming up later in the month. And it came from a TED Talk, which TED Talks are Monday afternoon at 12:30.
Yes.
But this one, they had a TED Talk several weeks ago about sleep, and it brought a lot of questions and conversation. And so we have someone who will be talking about sleeping well, tips for a better sleep. And that's coming up the end of the month on the 26th. So make sure you keep your eyes open for that one if that's of interest. And then again, plenty more coming up in April. So
You do have lots of good stuff coming up, right?
do, and it's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
It's still not in person yet, but we are slowly trying to figure out how to bring that back. So
We're going to get there.
we are getting there. The clinics are done that we had for the 75-year-olds and older here in Hopkinton. Now they have to go elsewhere, but it's time. Let's get back to normal.
Let's do it.
All right, thanks, Lisa. I know you're off to deliver some meals.
Yes, I am. Bye, everyone.
So now I have joining us today, I'm really excited to bring her back. She's been with us at least once before, is Molly Mcgaffigan. She's an officer with the Hopkinton Police Department. Good morning, Molly.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm excited to have you. And many of you, I just want to say, some of you know Molly from the mask up, delivering meals, but now you get to see what she looks like in person. She comes sometimes and helps pass out meals. I know that's been a very exciting part for her, but she is our senior, our what do we call you? Our Elder Affairs Officer.
Yes.
So Molly, what does that mean for those who are out there?
So essentially, I'm a liaison between the police department and the senior center. So any concerns, if we get a call of a senior in need and the police department isn't necessarily able to help them, I can communicate with the senior center and get them the correct resources. And vice versa. If you guys get a call and a senior's in need and we can help them in any way, we're able to do so. So
great. So we are excited and we're hoping to do some more fun programs with Molly as soon as we get open a little bit more and can do things in person a little bit more. But Molly, so how long have you been with the Hopkinton Police Force?
I've been with Hopkinton Police for the past 3 years. Yes, it went by very fast. I've had the Elder Affairs position, I think, almost a year now. But in addition to that duty, I'm also a firearms licensing officer, a field training officer, as well as a RAD instructor. RAD stands for Rape Aggression Defense, and it's a self-defense class that we teach women specifically, and we teach them awareness and avoidance skills when out and about to keep them safe.
Do you do the one up at the high school? Because I know they have it with their gym class sometimes.
We do help out when they do the simulations. We'll go to the high school and help with that.
So I guess, I remember as a kid growing up saying, maybe I'll be a police officer. What made you choose this career?
So from a very early age, I've always wanted to be a police officer. I come from a family of helpers, so to speak. Both my mom and my sister are nurses, and my dad and my brother are funeral directors. Fun fact about me is I grew up living over a funeral home, so it's kind of a fun fact. But and another reason I wanted to become a police officer, when I was very young, when I was 15, I was diagnosed with an adult form of cancer, ovarian cancer. And from that experience, I really realized the importance of community and helping others when they're in a time of need. I had a really fantastic support system, whether it be my family or the schools. So that's one major reason I wanted to play a part in being a police officer. So.
Wow, that's great. So I don't even know what to say to that. I think that's amazing. Sorry. But the other question I have is, so what is it that you like the most? I mean, I know you're a helper, but is that really it? Or is there a certain aspect that's your favorite?
I like being out and about and meeting people. I know with the senior center in particular, it's been tough with COVID, but I'm really looking forward to meeting seniors out and about at events. I think there is a light at the end of the tunnel at this point. So I'm really just looking forward to that and meeting people and helping in any way I can. So that's what I enjoy the most, I would say.
Well, and some of you who have been coming up here for the clinics have sort of seen Molly because she's been here on a number of the days helping people make it through the line. So I have to ask you because excuse me, I think I need a sip of water here. Oh, I have to ask you, what is it that you look forward most to spring? Because I didn't get you at the beginning of the time. So you had a little bit more time to think about it than Lisa did.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's funny, Lisa mentioned the gardening stuff. A couple years ago, I had a garden. I made it a little too big, I think, and I kind of underestimated how much would go into it. But since then, I've been growing plants. I live in the city now, so it makes it a little bit harder. But I would say the plants, the birds. I really like being outside in nature, hiking, kayaking. So anything in nature, really. So
Oh, that's great. Hey, I got a kayak for my birthday this year. I haven't picked it out yet, but I'm so excited to get back out there. So
that's awesome.
I'm with you on that. So I know that we've talked about a few things that are going on that seniors need to be aware of, but people in general need to be aware of. And one of them is these lovely scams that are out there, and they're coming at us in every direction, whether it's over the phone, in the mail, whatever. We're getting information, and it's not just one thing. I know we've had people on who've talked about grandparent scams, and
Right.
we've talked about all these others, and the grandparent scam is where someone calls and pretends to be the grandchild needing help and send money so that I can get out of trouble.
Yes.
Put quite simply. But right now, of course, we have the COVID scams. Do you want to talk a little bit about those?
Absolutely. I think in Hopkinton, we're very fortunate that our Board of Health was able to vaccinate such a large proportion of seniors in town. But there still are scams out there where these people are targeting the elderly, asking them to pay a fee in order to get the vaccine. It's important that people know that you don't have to pay to get this vaccine, and kind of know that when these people call. If people want to make an appointment, go to the mass.gov website. I know they were having issues, but it sounds like everything seems to be up and ready at this point. But just knowing that you're not going to have to pay a fee. And I believe there are also people that are trying to charge these seniors and have to take them to their appointment as well. And just kind of knowing that, that is a scam. So.
Well, and the important thing, like you said, is the government's paying for the vaccine. Your
Right.
health care, if you have it, will pay for the administration, but you should not receive a bill at all.
Correct.
And so
Yes.
when someone's trying to convince you that they can help you and just give them money and they will get you, so don't go for that one. Please give the police department a call, give the senior center a call if you're running into that. But also you need to know that the senior center is willing to help you make those appointments when we can. We have no magic wand that we can get it any faster than someone in your own family, or that you yourself might be able to do it, but we can help you. And so give the senior center a call. Again, I will give you our number just right now. It's 508-497-9730. And so don't hesitate to give the senior center a call or the police department a call if you are coming across people giving scams. And I have to say, we get them all the time. You've won Publishers Clearinghouse. Which I'm sorry. I hear people say, this is the IRS. If you don't give us money, you're going to be arrested. I think Molly can certainly tell us that that's not the case. So, first of all, if in doubt, or if you have a call that you really just doesn't seem right, let people know, because they are tracking that and hopefully catching some of the people that are doing that. But yeah, don't pay for your COVID test. You don't, or COVID exam. You don't need to do that. Or not exam, excuse me. Vaccination, that's the word. Also, I know that we have, you have another program that's really big and important at the police department. It's for people at risk, correct?
Correct. Yes. This program was passed down to me by Officer Buckley, and it's a program we offer to members of the Hopkinton community who have conditions such as Alzheimer's, autism, or any other memory-related issues. And what it is essentially a form that a loved one or a caretaker can fill out, and any identifying information they can give us, whether it be a picture or any information that can be helpful in finding or de-escalating any situations with them. They can fill out that information on this form. either online or they can come into the station and fill it out with me. But we essentially keep this on file in case this loved one may go missing, or we're in a situation where we're dealing with them and we want to best fit their needs and de-escalate if needed. So
No, and I think that's the other thing. I mean, people do tend to wander sometimes when they're dealing with certain issues. And so having that information right at the ready at the police department when they're helping look for someone or helping someone is a big piece of it. So that's a great one to know. And if you have any questions about that, you can certainly give the police department. You can ask, can they ask for you, Molly?
absolutely, yes.
Good.
Number at the police department is going to be 508-497-3401, and my extension is going to be 1207 if they need to reach out for any reason. So
well, and then I know that I know that the police department also, and I'm not trying to drop this on you, but we've talked about it. We are hoping, as every year we do, we have a drug take back at the senior center. But
yes.
there is always a box at the police department. Is that correct?
Yes, there is, right in our front entryway. There's one right there. And I think we're hoping to do a day, hopefully sometime in the spring when the weather gets a little bit warmer. So
yeah, I think we're looking towards May. So keep your eyes again on the newsletter. We'll publicize that and let you know. But if you want to get rid of something prior to that, please know that you can already go to the police department and get rid of that stuff so it doesn't have to sit around. It's never safe to have that stuff sitting on the counter or anywhere. So Molly, let's see, what else? Do you have anything else that's special going on with the police department? I know that, we always have, the senior center always has a bocce tournament. We did not have one this fall, unfortunately.
yes.
I'm hoping that by this coming fall, we will have the police and fire department back to the senior center. I have to give a plug for the senior center. We won last year.
You did.
And so when you come into our lobby, you can see the lovely trophy right there. I've had a few comments from some sore losers about that whole day, but no, it's great fun. It's great to be there and watch and take part in it. And so we're hoping this fall we'll get that back, and the senior center will have to be protecting our interests there next fall. So, and I think Molly, have you played it? I know I've seen you at them.
I played a couple years ago. I think the fire department won that year. We're not going to let that happen again, but I'm happy to see it at the senior center. So
sorry, I had to put you on the spot with that one. No, but there is a lot going on. And the police department has been incredibly alert, especially during COVID. So is the fire department, and they're there to help, and so are we. So please remember that you can give Molly a call. You can just call the police department and ask, if you have anything. And again, if there's an emergency, you always know to call 911.
yes.
So.
Yes.
So I'm trying to think, Molly, is there anything else that we could tell people and tease them with today? Anything exciting?
I don't think so. Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to the St. Patrick's Day meals next week and handing those out. And like I said, I think there is a light at the end of the tunnel here, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone out and about, hopefully pretty soon here. So.
Right. Well, thank you again. I appreciate you coming on, and we'll get you back again, I'm sure.
Thanks, Amy.
So as you can see, we are drawing to the end of our time, but the important thing to remember is the senior center is here for you. We know that the police and fire are always here to assist as well, but if you have any questions or you have any needs, feel free to give the senior center a call. Please, all our numbers are in the newsletter, and if you are interested in any of the programs, give us a call and we'll send you or help you get connected. Again, please remember, yes, the light is at the end of the tunnel, but we are still keeping an eye on wearing masks, social distancing, and good hand sanitation. And don't forget, daylight savings time is this weekend. I guess it's Sunday. I always turn my clocks back late on Saturday night when I go to bed so that I wake up with the right time. But keep an eye on that as well. So until then, our next show is on March 26th. So hopefully we'll see you back. But until then, stay safe, wear your masks, and know that we are here and ready to help whenever we can. Have a great week and enjoy the spring weather. Take care.